breaking silence at Hallis Hall, and what's coming will leave you stunned, Bears Nation. Imagine this, a veteran broken by injuries wearing the blue and orange, or will it be another $1 million mistake like the one that sunk us in 2024? But hold on! It's not just one risk, there's a titan from the draft that the 49ers want to steal. And don't forget the ghost that sucks millions without showing up. Yes, this is real. Chicago is on the edge, and if you think Caleb Williams is the savior, think again. Because without a monstrous right tackle, your QB will end up on IR before Halloween. And who has the solution but ignores it? Ryan Poles. Do you think Gerald Everett is still here because of talent? Ha! It's because of a secret that even the reporters don't dare to reveal. Someone else is involved. And I'll tell you everything right now. In the next 60 seconds, you'll know why Poles is betting on a receiver that's a medical bomb, a project that San Francisco desires, and a zombie that drains the coffers. Do you think it's a coincidence? No! Someone is pulling the strings to bury the Caleb ERA, and their name is... Subscribe now, smash that like button, and find out who's sabotaging the Bears before it's too late. Will you let others know first, or fight with US? Are the Chicago Bears really considering bringing in Cooper Kupp? I'll tell you right now. Attention, Bears Nation! Can you imagine Cooper Kupp wearing the blue and orange? The news exploded after the rumor that the Rams might release him. Yes, you heard right. We're not talking about an expensive trade, but a free agency signing. But why would Ryan Poles, after the failure with Keenan Allen, risk another veteran receiver? I ask you, are we looking at a masterstroke or another $1 million mistake? First, the facts. The Rams are ready to unload Kupp. Why? A contract that blows up the salary cap, $27.3 million in 2025 and 2026, for a player who missed 18 games in 3 years. Even the Rams, who made him a legend, don't want that financial bomb. But here comes Bill Barnwell from ESPN with the bombshell. Kupp could sign for just $8 million a year if he's cut. Sounds tempting? Of course! But at what cost? I ask you right now, would you trust a 31-year-old receiver who only had one historic season, 2021, and then faded away? In 2022 and 2023, Kupp averaged just 837 yards per season. That's not a star, that's an expensive compliment. And let's not even talk about the injuries. 5 games missed in 2024, 8 in 2022. Do you really want a player that doctors see more than quarterbacks? But, wait! There's a detail N01 is analyzing: Shane Waldron's scheme, new OC, and the Bears' obsession with motion. According to Barnwell, Kupp ran 106 routes in motion in 2024, and that was missing 5 games. Who else uses motion to unlock their receivers? Ben Johnson, architect of the Lions' success with Amon-Ra St. Brown. St. Brown, with a 4.51 speed, dominates the slot thanks to pre-snap motion. Guess what? Caleb Williams, or the QB that comes, needs a receiver who gets open quickly. Kupp, when healthy, is a master at crossing routes and YAC, yards after catch. Here's my problem. Ryan Poles already paid $23 million in 2024 for Keenan Allen, and he only had 7 touchdowns in a disastrous year. Now he wants to repeat the formula with an older and more fragile player? I'll tell you this. If Kupp signs for $8 million, it would be a steal, but only if he plays 17 games. And if he only gives 13? And if he gets injured in October? It would be another chapter in the Bears' tragedy. But don't get me wrong, at his best, Kupp is a boost for a young QB. Imagine Caleb Williams throwing to a receiver who knows how to break coverages with intelligence, not with pure speed. Plus, Kupp blocks like a TE, something vital for a team that wants to run more with DeAndre Swift. Is it worth the risk? It depends. Do you prefer to bet $8 million on a veteran or spend a draft pick on a rookie with no guarantees? And watch out! Barnwell believes Kupp will end up with the Chargers, but Jim Harbaugh wants young players, not 31-year-old projects. Chicago has the advantage: low salary, need in the slot, and a system that aligns with his skills. But, I repeat, can we trust his physical condition? Here's my verdict, Bears Nation: if Kupp comes for $8 million, it's a signing you must make, but with injury clauses. Don't give away guaranteed money. Demand he be on the field. If not, better look in the draft or give Tyler Scott a chance. We can't afford another Keenan Allen 2.0. And now I ask you, would you support the arrival of Kupp knowing his medical history? Or do you think Ryan Poles should stay away and build with young players? Are the Bears missing out on Caleb Williams' future protector? This is big. I'll tell you this right here and now, Bears family. What are we talking about when Field Yates and Mel Kiper Jr. project Josh Simmons, the tackle from Ohio State, to the 49ers? Yes, the same 49ers who have Trent Williams. But, wait, why should this matter to you? Because, folks, the Bears have the number 4 pick in the draft. And no one is talking about Simmons as a possibility. Is Ryan Poles sleeping on the yacht again? I ask you. First, pay attention, Josh Simmons is not just any prospect. Before getting injured in October, he was on his way to being a top 5 draft pick. Kiper says that if he were healthy, he would have surpassed Will Campbell, a monster from LSU. But here's the problem, Simmons got hurt against Oregon, his recovery is a question mark, and the 49ers, according to Yates, want him to replace Trent Williams in 2026. But, wait! What about the Bears? Don't they desperately need an elite right tackle to protect Caleb Williams? I'll throw this at you, DeAndre Swift ran for 1,000 yards in 2024 despite an offensive line that collapsed 37 times. Braxton Jones is fine on the left, but the right side? A disaster. Simmons, when he's at 100%, is a wall in protection. What is Ryan Poles doing? Nothing. And it boils my blood. Kiper said, the Bears need immediate reinforcements. Do you think an injured rookie solves that? No. But, listen up. If Simmons falls to the second round because of his injury, wouldn't it be a steal for the Bears to use him as a future starter at LT when Jones leaves? Here's the folklore from Yates. The 49ers can wait, the Bears can't. Of course not. Chicago is not for projects. They need impact now. But what if? If Simmons is healthy by August, wouldn't he be a key piece? Look at the Lions with Penei Sewell. You build trenches first. But Poles is still obsessed with receivers and cornerbacks. And Caleb is still buried in the turf. Don't be fooled. Kiper emphasizes, the medical combine will be vital. If Simmons passes the exam, someone will steal him before the 11th pick. But the Bears have the 4th pick, use it on him? No way! But, what about the 13th pick, if they have it? That's where it hurts. Because the 49ers, with the 11th pick, would take him. Are we going to let an NFC rival strengthen with a Titan that could be OURS? Here's my anger, Ryan Poles paid millions for Nate Davis and Tevin Jenkins, and both spend more time in the DM than on the field. Are we really going to trust them to protect Caleb? Injuries are a daily bread in Chicago. Simmons comes from a fracture. Another fragile player? But what if he learns from Braxton Jones and Larry Borom? A diamond in the rough with all-pro potential. And guess what? Caleb Williams, if he feels protected, is an MVP from day one. But if he keeps taking hits like in 2024, he'll be another Justin Fields. We can't fail the QB. Invest in the line. Poles. Now I leave you with this. Is it worth risking a second-round pick on Simmons? Or should they use that pick on a WR like Emeka Egbuka? Do you prefer a robust tackle or another weapon for Caleb? This is what defines a franchise. And I demand your opinion. Should the Bears move heaven and earth for Josh Simmons, even if he's injured? Or is it better to avoid risks and address other needs? What are they waiting for in Chicago to clean house and shake up this roster? I'm talking straight to you, Bears fans. Because while the team is buzzing with excitement over having the new star coach, Ben Johnson, and an arsenal of draft picks, there are tough decisions to make, and one of the names in the spotlight is Gerald Everett. Remember when Ryan Poles signed him as the luxury complement to Cole Kmet? Well, today that move looks like a bad joke. Here are the numbers, 8 receptions, 36 yards. In a full season. If that's not a ripoff to the franchise, then what is? Now, with a $6.5 million cap hit for 2025 and only $1 million penalty if they cut him, do you think the Bears should keep paying for nothing? I'll tell you this, Gerald Everett didn't fail alone. He was sabotaged by an offensive system that buried all the tight ends. Cole Kmet, the Pro Bowler, had his worst year since his rookie season. Where's the blame? On Shane Waldron and his staff, who never understood how to use the talent on the field. But watch out, Fans, this doesn't end here. Because now comes Ben Johnson, an offensive genius who literally coached tight ends in Detroit. Do you trust that he can resurrect Everett? Here's my argument. If Johnson sees a 31-year-old player with terrible stats and an inflated contract, would he really invest time in fixing what others broke? No! The Bears need to use that $5.5 million in extra space to sign an explosive receiver or bolster the line. Or do you prefer to stay with a player who was invisible in 2024? And now, the key question for you. If you were Ryan Poles, would you cut Everett and look for a younger TE in the draft, or give him one last chance under Ben Johnson? Bears fam, the future of the team is in your hands. First question, if Kupp were available, would you risk signing him despite his injury history, or prioritize betting on young talent to build a solid long-term project? Is his experience worth the risk, or is it better to avoid another chapter of physical wear and tear? Second critical debate, Josh Simmons has star potential, but his knee injury raises doubts. Is it worth investing significant resources in him, or would it be smarter to reinforce urgent positions like the offensive line or cornerbacks? Which decision guarantees more stability? The final big question, Gerald Everett has had his ups and downs. Do you think he deserves one last chance with Ben Johnson and a potential QB like Caleb Williams, or is it time to look for a young tight end in the draft? Loyalty to the current roster or aggressive renewal? Comment your opinions below. This is your team, and every perspective counts. Do you prefer bold moves to compete now, or patience to build a dominant era? Ryan Poles should listen to the fans. Join the Bears fam community. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and be part of the most passionate discussion about the Chicago Bears on YouTube. Here, we're not just spectators, we're a family driving the team's direction. Ready to leave your mark on this new era? Subscribe now and be part of the pack. Until next time, Bears fam.